Hello, everyone. Welcome to Marketing 459, Professional Selling and Sales Management. This is the review for Exam 3. Review for Exam 3, which covers chapters 9 through 12. 9 through 12, the third exam. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have covered in the four chapters for this test. Okay. First, we talk about in chapter 9, we talk about the Salesforce compensations. Salesforce compensation, how to compensate your Salesforce. Okay. We have to, when you design your compensation plan, you need to think about the results, performance results by your salespeople, and the rewards. And the rewards to them and the results from them should be compatible, right? Compatible, right? And also compensation plan should be and can be used as a tool for activity control. Activity control, that is to control their selling activities to be in line with your corporate marketing strategy or divisional marketing strategy. Okay? A good compensation plan also needs to take customers' concern into consideration. You should not design a plan at the expense of your customers' satisfaction or customers' interest. Naturally, compensation needs to be economical to the company, of course, to the management. You cannot just overspend the shareholder money. Okay, it needs to be fair, simple, and flexible. See that? It should provide incentive or ways for you to motivate your sales force. So it needs to be motivational. Okay, and last but not least, you need to design a compensation plan to keep your talented salespeople. Okay? Remember, talented top sales are hard to find. Right? You better keep them, because if you don't keep them, guess what? They're gonna go elsewhere. They're gonna work for your competitors. That's gonna be really, really bad. Okay, you don't want that to happen. Okay, that's a compensation plan. Okay. When you design a compensation, you need to consider your objectives, and you do have a good review of the jobs specifics. You need to determine the level of compensation, and and also there are different ways of methods of compensation. Okay? And in addition to monetary compensation, there is indirect monetary compensation that you need to think about. Okay? Of course, you should pre-test it and implement it, then implement it afterwards, after pre-testing. Okay? That's in design of compensation plan. Okay? Here are the building blocks of compensation plan. What constitutes a good compensation plan? Okay? A good compensation plan should provide security to your salespeople. Okay? It should provide incentive for them to perform better. Okay? It should provide benefits to salespeople. Okay? It should cover their expenses properly. Okay? Okay? You could use straight salary. What type of salespeople are compensated by? Sophia Gia or what? Sorry, I was interrupted by a telephone call. So let's continue here. Okay. So ways for you to compensate your salesperson, of course, you can pay them straight salary. A straight salary is ideal for certain type of salesperson. Remember, what type of salesperson is better, for more suitable for straight salary? Remember the missionary type of salesperson? Yeah, missionary salesperson are salesperson is paid a straight salary. Okay. Also straight commission, right? Just pay them commission, no salary, right? But the thing is, one problem with that is if you don't pay any base salary but only commissions, you may not be able to attract enough good sales to work for you. Okay, some people, most good sales, they require at least a certain amount as base salary, base pay. That's not big enough, for them to live well, but big enough for them to just pay the necessities, so they know they have some kind of a guarantee there. So that's straight that's the base, right? That's the base. So, and the bonus, of course, normally is a quarter end, year end bonuses that you pay them. And of course, or in most cases in business, they use a combination of salary, commission, and bonus. Okay? The most oftenly seen one that seems to be base salary plus commission. Okay? And then we start in the following chapter. We talk about the sales quotas. Sales quotas as a way to evaluate salesperson performance. Okay? Also, it reviews a good quota system. Reviews the sales your structure, the weak links in your sales structure, so you know where to look, where to go after, where to improve your overall sales structure. Okay? Sales quotas can be used as a control for the salesperson's activities, and also you can use that to control their expenses as well. Okay? And you need sales quotas to set the goals for the sales force, sales team, and also as an incentive for them to do better. Okay? Sales quotas. Okay? The basis of sales quotas, about choosing sales volume. Sales volume could be in units, how many units of certain products sold, or it could be in dollars, dollar values, how many dollars, how much is dollar value of the sales. Okay? And the more sophisticated ones is the one that uses gross margin. Using gross margin is harder to visualize, difficult or not difficult, a little more work to calculate. You can also use net profit as a sales quota. That's even more challenging, and also probably not so appropriate as the net profit. It's not only determined by the sales, but also by other cost factors. Okay? Quotas based on expenses, okay? Selling expenses, and quota based on activities. That's the selling activities, like number of calls made, number of new customers developed, number of customer service visits performed, etc. You can use that as a quota. Okay? Expense plan, right? There should be no net gain or loss in your expense plan. Okay, make sure you understand that. Why is that? Why is there no net gain or net loss? Because there's no net gain because we do not want the salespeople to benefit personally from company expense or company money. Okay? And also we don't want them to incur any loss, personal loss, due to activity that's beneficial to the company. Okay? Has to be equitable treatment of everyone. No curtailment of beneficial activities of sales, and it should be simple and economical. Okay? And it should do the best to avoid disputes. There will be disputes. There can be many disputes. You want to avoid disputes, and of course you want to control the expenses. Okay, expenses. Then specifically we talk about the automobiles. Salespeople use them automobiles for their sales work. They could be company-owned automobiles. You can buy a fleet of automobiles for use by your salespeople, okay? Or you can lease a fleet of cars for your sales rep to use, okay? Or you can let your salesperson use his or her own vehicle for the company business and compensate them for that, okay? Compensate them for that. And there are some methods for expense control, right? Training and enforcement. Know the rules, and enforcement know how to follow the rules. Okay, use company credit cards. Okay, to categorize expenses more easily. Okay? Give them a set up expense bank account for them. So they can use that they can use the fund very efficiently, very conveniently. Okay? There are changes in the nature of entertainment nowadays. Okay? Telemarketing is another tool that you can use so as to save the cost on traveling, travel expenses. Okay? And also through careful travel planning, you can save money as well in the expense. Okay. Then the following chapter, we talk about the leadership of Salesforce. So leadership in Salesforce. Okay. And what kind of personal characteristics is important to good leadership? Okay, good leadership. Okay. What kind of managerial skills? Managerial skills are good for leadership, are needed for someone to be an effective leader. Okay? And the type of the leadership style of the leader, of the person in charge, and also leadership effectiveness, and how to make your leadership role more effective in dealing with the salespeople and running your business. Okay? Personal characteristics like self-confidence. Why is self-confidence so important for an effective leader? Okay? Self-confidence. Initiative. Why is initiative so important? Right? Energy level. Well, you can see that you need to have a certain amount of energy, certain level of energy to manage the day-to-day chores better. Okay? Creativity, creative thinking ability to come up with creative solutions to the problems, and maturity. Okay? To be mature enough to handle the situations and handle interpersonal relations. Okay? These are the good personal characteristics necessary for an effective leader. Right? Effective leader. Managerial skills. Managerial skills include the problem-solving skills. You're gonna have problems, right? And you have problems, how to solve the problems. Right? Interpersonal skills, interpersonal and communication skills, you can see, and persuasive skills, all needed for as managerial skills that's necessary for good manager. Right? Then the two types of leadership styles. Okay? Transactional versus transformational. Transactional versus transformational leadership. Okay? And make sure you understand the difference and also the characteristics of these two types of leadership style in how they deal with the situations and the customers and the sales rep, and how they deal with those interpersonal conflicts, and how do they lead the company in their own ways. Okay? Two types of leadership styles. Okay? Then we talk about the tools and techniques of leadership, and using personal contact, okay? Personal contact, not just online meetings, okay? Person-to-person touch, talk, conversation, interaction, and cannot be replaced by just team meetings or online meetings, okay? Or telephone calls, okay? Because you can learn so much through their body language, through the eye contact, about their thought, their intention, and everything. Okay. Use sales reports. You can do a weekly report, monthly reports, quarterly report, annual reports. Use sales reports to detect, to learn about the status, the state of their salesmanship, and the weak points or problems that might take place. Okay. Use effective telecommunications tools, using cell phone, fax, email, and other ways. Okay. Printed aids, even in the digital age, printed aids is still viable. Okay. Meetings, have sales meetings. Yeah, meetings with your sales force, regularly. Okay, regularly. I would say at least every few days or bi-weekly or weekly. Okay? And also there are some indirect supervisory aids that you can use. Okay? And then we talk about the forecasting sales and developing budgets in the last chapter. How to forecast the sales and develop budgets. Okay? You can estimate territory potentials, okay? Market index, okay? Buying power index, okay? NAICS, North American Industrial Classification Code, using that to determine or estimate territory potentials. Okay? There are different methods for sales forecast. How do you forecast your sales for next month, next year, next quarter? You can use different ways. We talk several different ways, including executive opinion. When is good for? When is it best to use executive opinion? Okay, and then Delphi techniques. Okay, use moving average statistical tool, and use regression. When using regression, make sure you know what is your base. It's based on like the past 4 years, past 10 years or so, or what. Because if you use too long back into the past, the number may not be updated enough. Okay. And if it's too new, it may not have enough data. So you need to find the intricate balance between the two. Okay, that's sales forecast, and the budget. And as to budgeting, there are different methods for budgeting, using sales budget, selling expense budget, administrative budget, and budget periods. Look through the budget periods, and then the manager budget. Okay. I think that's all I have for this review. So for these chapters, please study hard. Okay. Also go to discussion forum, answer those discussion chapter and discussion questions that I have given you. Everyone, I emphasize, okay, everyone must answer every question in every chapter, okay, every question in every chapter, because that's part of your participation grade, okay, and also it helps with your understanding of the materials covered in the chapter, and helps you with in your preparation for the test. Okay. All right, that's all I have for today. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.